Okay, so good evening, everyone. So I'm going to yield the floor to Abibulai. Abibulai, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I've made you a co-host, so you're able to take charge. So I yield the floor. Thanks a lot for having you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, we can hear you clearly.
We can hear you.
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Lawal Habibullah. I'll be taking us through this section, which is Power BI season 2. So throughout this section, I'll be taking Power BI, and the specific area I'll be taking is data modeling with Power BI and DAX fundamentals, that is DAX fundamentals. So these sections will be divided into two. One, which is the presentations aspect, and the second aspect of this class is going to be a kind of hands-on, whereby we can import data. We can just do the practical of whatever we have in the presentation section. Are we happy?
Yes.
So I'll be sharing my screen now so that we can run through the slide, and from there we practicalize whatever we have in the slide so that we can follow up.
Sorry, sir. Do we need to have, maybe you can share data that we'll be using together to be on the same file, sir?
I will share. I have to share a data. I will share a link to the data now, so that if you want to download the data, we can download the data. Okay. So I will drop the link to the data in the chat section. Yeah, we have access to the data now. So share screen. We all see the data that I shared, the link that I shared.
Yes.
Okay.
Where we have cookie types, customers.
Yes, exactly.
And we have others.
Exactly.
I don't have this one. Looks like YouTube. This thing. I don't know if I'm in it.
Just continue.
What?
You see something, a link like go
YouTube.
to site, and you continue with it. If you just show as YouTube, you now say go to site, then it will take you to where the file.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Once you click on it, you just continue. Yeah. I think somebody extracts the drive link out. From there. Can we all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So good afternoon once again. So this is data modeling in Power BI tutorial. So I think in the past classes, we have discussed about what data is and sources of data. We have primary source of data and we have secondary source of data. When we talk about primary source of data, these are data that we generate ourselves, that we gather ourselves through surveys, questionnaires, and some online Google forms, some online forms. And if we talk about secondary data, these are data that has been gathered by some people or by AI or anything that we are now using, we are making use of for our own analysis or our own machine learning prediction. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm with you.
Somebody is
Please,
saying
let's
something.
mute
Okay.
ourselves. Please, let's mute our. It's the background sound.
Okay. So we have the fundamental knowledge of data and we have the fundamental knowledge of analysis from these past classes. And I think yesterday we have been taking through the fundamentals of Power BI. So understanding data model, which is part of this class, is data modeling. We need to understand what relationship is between tables, relationship between tables, data types, and measures. These are the three key components of this class. Once we understand these three things, moving on to this class is going to be a kind of we taking cookies. So relationship is just a kind of connecting tables based on common field. So basically, let me just cite example of let's say we have a data of a student in a school or in a university now. We knew each or and every student has a unique ID, which is their matriculation number. So for every table in the student MIS system or student portal or anything related to students in the school, what they use as a unique ID or for a relationship in tables concerning students is the student matric number, the student's matric number or admission number. So this is a kind of connectable based on common field. So every student have a matric number, and every table that has this matric number in it can be connected together using this unique ID. So data types. We have to choose the appropriate data type for each column, ensuring consistency and accurate calculation. For example, if you have a column in string from your data set, for example, you have a data now and a data that contain a matric number. For example, this matric number column is going to be a car feed column or a string feed column because matric number mostly comprises of numbers and alphabet. So we can calculate we can do calculation on such field. So now if you want to make any calculation on student table, we can say number of students in the department. If you want to do such calculation or mark of students, we want to calculate the total number of students that took an exam, what is the total number of their score or the average student level, all these things, that kind of field should be in integer, float, or some other fields that we can make our mathematical calculations on. So for any tables that we are making use of or for any field that we are making use of, we have to be sure or we have to make an appropriate data type for such column. So measures. These measures is just a kind of falls under data analysis expression, which is the DAX, the DAX part of this class. So we are going to create several measures and how do we make these measures for our analysis and how do we derive insights from all these measures. So creating a data model, we have to get the data. After getting our data, we shape and clean our data. After shaping and cleaning our data, we define relationship. After defining relationship, and we create a measures. So basically, in past classes, we have moved through the process of getting data. We all know how to get a data from a data set into our Power BI. Shape and clean the data has been taken in other classes. So this class is majorly on defining relationship and creating a measures. So data modeling tools in Power BI, we have Power Query, we have Data View, we have DAX. So this last, so using Power Query is when we are several SQL code, transform and clean data, handling consistency, error, and transforming for a consistent data model. This is when we remove the null values, we remove inconsistency in the data, we look for outliers and we remove them. We fill null, if you want to fill null or empty spaces under Power Query, this is when we do them. Data view. The data view is part of this class when we define relationship between tables, we allow data model structure and understand how data connects to each other, like relationship between tables. And lastly, the DAX, develop a complex calculation and measure to drive insights from our data using DAX, data analysis expression language. So in this class, we'll be making several measures. At least we should make 5 measures in this class using DAX, and also we visualize our data view and some other things we have to do. So relationship types, we have one-to-one relationship. A relationship between a student and examination in a semester is a one-to-one relationship. A relationship between a student and a course in a semester is one-to-one relationship. The relationship between a student and a course in the whole student stay in the school or in the whole academic stay of the student in the school is one-to-many, because the student can take a course as many times as possible until the student pass this course. That's an example of one-to-many relationship. But when we talk about one-to-one relationship, when we have a student taking a particular course in a particular semester, a student cannot take a particular course 2 times in a semester. But generally, the relationship between student and course, the relationship between a student and a particular course is one-to-one relationship. But a relationship between a student and course generally is one-to-many relationship, because a student can take many courses. So, hello, am I still on in this on this call?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So a kind of many-to-many relationship is a kind of I'll explain this. Multiple record in one table can relate to multiple record in another table, which means several students can take several courses, or we have many students and many departments or many faculty in the school. So when we move to the practical aspect of this class, I'll do this kind of relationship one by one for us to understand better. So key performance indicator, we have to understand our target value, current value, and trend values in our tables. What's fit in the table is the target value, what fit in the table is the current value, and what fit in our tables are the trends. So, and moving on, best practice for data modeling, we have use clear naming convention for tables and columns. I will discuss this when we start creating our measures. Avoid unnecessary column, keep data minimal for efficient processes. This is one of the key factors or key reason why we have measures in data analysis, to avoid unnecessary columns. Utilize appropriate data type for columns. Yeah, for columns that is taking matric number now, and you go and put an integer or whatever. When people start inputting their matric numbers, or when you want to make analysis on such column, you start having issues, because such columns are not meant to be integer or float column. So invalid data integrity with constraints and rules. Yeah, if you have based on experience, last year I worked with a kind of a company that developed a telemedicine platform or a telemedicine system that carried out medical outreach for people in the United States of America. So after the database manager is who is actually being called there, validate data integrity with constraints and rules. If the database manager fail to enforce this law when building a database, you as data analyst, when you jam or come across such database and you want to pull the data from such database, or you want to make analysis from such database, you face some kind of headache. And that is why we used to advise people doing data analysis with Power BI and Tableau. You have to have a kind of background knowledge in SQL and Python programming and some other programming languages that enforce you or enhance you to make an adequate data preparation for your analysis. So after this practice, we move to the benefits. Improve model readability and understanding, reduce data storage and processing time, because reduces data storage and processing time is the benefit of avoiding unnecessary columns. We will see how after this class, if we have a chance, I'll have to open a kind of data set that has a bulky column. So we compare the time that takes Power BI to process this database to the time that it will take to process the data that we are using for this class. Ensure data integrity and accurate calculation. Ensure data quality and consistency. This is the benefit of we validating data integrity with constraints and rules. So data modeling in actions. So these are the places you can make use of benefit of doing data modeling. Because if your data is well modeled and well structured, to just make your analysis just going to be a kind of you taking a piece of cookies. Because say we have sales analysis, you can analyze sales data by region, product, or time period to identify trends and opportunity. And this is the main purpose why we are using this data for this class. Because I am an advocate of when we learn, we have to do a kind of experiential learning. Let's practicalize what we are learning rather than just presenting or giving stuff out and people trying it on their own and having issues. And so let's just do this practically. Let everybody follow up. When you have issues in this class, you raise up your hand and we treat that together. So financial reporting, analysis, or good data modeling allow us to do an adequate financial reporting, inventory management and customer segmentation. The company will be able to know, okay, which for example, a banking system now, they know what customers should we concentrate on, what customers should we just give the kind of a basic concentration to. So in conclusion, data modeling in Power BI is a crucial step in creating insightful reports and dashboard. By following best practice and utilizing Power BI tools, you can build a strong foundation for data analysis and decision making, which is the main purpose of this class. So this is the end of the presentation. While I go to my Power BI. So do we have anybody with question with what we have discussed so far? So now we move to the practical aspect of this class. So if we have Power BI installed on our system, we can get it running now, and we have the link to the data set. We get the data set download on our system, and we follow step by step. So share screen. Window. Hello, can anyone confirm that you can all see my screen showing my Power BI?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
yes,
I can
sir.
see your
Yeah.
screen, sir.
Thank you very much. So the next step, what I'll be doing now is I'll be importing a data to my Power BI, which is the same data we all have. So I'll import data from Excel. Download. Okay. So when you download the data, you see that data is in a kind of a zip file, which you have to extract.
Which of the documents are we importing, sir? Is it the cookies or the order?
Hello, can we still hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you now.
Okay. So, okay, I'm having a network issue. I'm coming. Okay. So I'm trying to extract my data set so that we get them imports and so download. So extract. Yeah. Okay. So fine. Copy. So import data from Excel into DAX. Open. So from here, please follow me very well. We have 3 tables in this data set, which is this cookies type, the customer tables, and the other table. So I'll bring in the cookies type first. Okay, so here we can see here we have cookie type and we have table 1 and cookies type. So I click on cookies type, which shows me my data. So I mark it. You click on the mark. Once you mark it, you'll be able to load your data. So creating connections in model, 6 row loaded. And at this right side of my own screen, you can see that I have my table here, cookies type. So what I'll do next is I'll load the other data too. Get data, Excel workbook. So I'll load my customers data too. I'll mark this customers. I'll load this. So I have these 2 tables here. I'll move on again, get data. So the first time what I did was to come to my file here. and I pick get data here. Another thing you can open it. I got connected. I click on it. My data. So right from here now, we have our data loaded into our Power BI. Please, can I confirm if there's anyone that is at this stage with me?
Yes, we are together.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adetono. So I'll move on now from here. We have to visualize
I'm
the
sorry,
data.
you're a bit fast.
You are too fast.
Okay,
You are
okay,
fast.
sir. Okay, sir.
And the cursor, we're not
Okay,
seeing
sir.
the movement of
Okay,
your
okay.
cursor very well.
Okay, okay, okay. Can you see my cursor now?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my cursor?
Sir, I have a suggestion, sir. Presenter, sir. Hello, sir.
You have a suggestion? Hello, sir. I can hear you.
Yes, sir. I just want to. Yes, okay. What I'm trying to say is that in case because of the network, yeah, we are under different network what's it called, transmission. If possible, if you want to click like me, we are on the same farm, on the same farm with you, sir. But you can tell us that if you can't see the movement of the cursor, you can tell us that this is what you are clicking. That you just call the menu by the name, so we know that if you are missed out from the cursor, they will know what you are doing, sir. You can catch up with that.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you very much. So, but at this point, we have all loaded the 3 tables in the Power BI.
No, sir. We are still in the first stage, sir.
What stage, sir?
You said we should load the cookies.
Okay, now you are loading the cookie. Okay, cookies type. Okay, what you will do now is just go to get data from the tabs, from the home tab. At the top of Power BI, you have the file, the home, the insert, the modeling, the view, optimize, and help. So what you click is to click on the home. Once you click on the home, you see the get data. Once you click on the get data, you see Excel workbook. So I click on get data now. I see Excel workbook. Let me just delete one data so that I will do that again. Then we can all be on the same page. Labs all delete from model. Okay. So you click on get data. Once you click on get data, you click on Excel workbook and you click on connect. Now, my own DAX file, which contains all these 3 data, is under my download folder. So I've entered my download folder and I've entered the DAX folder, and these are data that I want to import. So now I've imported my cookies types. I've done my customers. Now I'm on orders. So you click on orders and you click on open. Once you click on open, the navigator bar will come up. And once your navigator bar comes up, you see orders.xlxsx, which is telling you that it's an Excel file folder. Inside it, you see a table 3 for my own. Yours may be table 2, and yours may be table 1. So you ignore that and you go directly on the order tables. You click on the box at the left-hand side. Once you click on the box, your data pops up. Once the data pops up, you go down and you see load, transform data, and cancel. So you click on load. So once you click on load, your data will be loaded into your Power BI. So if you have done that for the 3 data sets, for the 3 tables, you have cookies type at the right hand side of your table of your data. At the data tab, data pane, you see cookies types, customers, and orders. So can we proceed from here now?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So from my presentation earlier, we talked about I discussed data relationship and data structure. So now this is where we are going to see what we mean by data relationship, data structure, and I talked about data view. So under data modeling tools in Power BI, I talked about Power Query, data view, and DAX. So now we have to view our data to understand what exactly we have in all these tables. If there's anything we need to transform, and earlier before we load the table, we see load, transform, and cancel. So if you have to transform anything, we know now. If we don't need to transform anything, so we move on to our data modeling and all. So I'll click on the table view now, which is at the left hand side of the Power BI. Where you are seeing on my own screen now is the report view. After the report view, we have the table view. So I'll click on the table view now. Are we together on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when I click on the table view, you can see a data pop up for me, and on my right hand side, I see my cookies types, my customers, and my order. So this table that I'm seeing now is my cookie types. So what kind of the cookies names? We have chocolate chips, fortune cookie, oatmeal raisin, and snack doodoo, sneaker doodoo, sugar, white chocolate, macadamia. These are the kind of cookies we have. And the unit sold. Hello. Please, can we mute? Can we mute this?
Please mute yourself, please. You are not there.
So, and the unit of these cookies that has been sold, the revenue per cookies and cost per cookies is what we have in the cookies type table. So when I click on the customers table too, the customer tables, I see the customers tables pop up. I have Fresh Delicious, ABC Groceries, ACME Bites, Wholesale Food, Pack and Chop, convenience stores. These are the stores, or let's say our own customers, which are stores that have purchased cookies from us. Now I have my other tables. So order ID, what they purchase, units sold, date, revenue, and cost. Customer ID, which is what I am relating to, what we can relate to the student matric number, the way we have it, as I explained earlier when I was explaining my slide. So this customer ID is a unique ID which can serve as our primary key. We have order ID too, is a unique ID which can serve as our primary key. So now, this is the table view aspect of Power BI. You can view your table, you can know what you have in your data set, and you can know what you want to drop or add more. So we move on to the model view. This model view is where we view our relationship. What are the relationship between these 3 tables? What is connecting them together? How can we connect all these 3 tables together so that we can make our analysis and get our profitable and profitable insights from our data? So I'll click on my model view now. When I click on my model view, if we see this now very well, we have our cookies table separately, customer table separately, and order table separately. Earlier before now, when I was making my presentation, I discussed what we mean by relationship, which is one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, and many-to-many relationship. Now, this is why Power BI has that name, Power BI, the power of BI. The power of BI. If we are doing this on Microsoft Excel, we have to make all relationship ourselves. But due to the fact of Power BI and the power of the BI, it has already generated a relationship between this customer table and the other table using the customer ID. The relationship between these two tables now is what is common between them, which is the customer ID. Now, from here now, we can see at this bottom of this, when I click on this arrow now, on this relationship diagram, it's telling me that this relationship is done based on the customer ID. Secondly, I'll see that I have one here and I have a kind of star here. Conventionally, star means all. Hello? So conventionally, this one here is telling us that it's a kind of one relationship towards. This star is saying many. This one is saying one, and this star is saying many. Excuse me, please, 1 sec. Daddy,
Woman.
Sorry, please. So, hello, are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the one here is saying that it's a kind of one, and the star here is saying many. So this relationship is a kind of one-to-many relationship, which means a single customer can have several orders. It's a kind of real-life experiment that I can go to a shop and buy as many times as possible, and it's still me, only me, going to the shop several times to place order of stuffs or groceries. So it's a kind of one-to-many relationship. Now, for the purpose of this class, I want us to, based on what we have been discussing, I'll be glad if somebody can identify what kind of relationship is going to be we are going to have from this cookies type to this customer table. Or is our relationship going to be between cookies type and customers table, or between cookies type and order table? Let's just check these three tables. These two tables I have a relationship already, and compare it with this last table. Let's see what is common, what field is common that we think we can use to make a relationship to this table. Can anybody try that out? Can anybody give a try?
The customer ID.
Customer ID.
And then the order ID.
Order ID. No, that is between the order table and the customer table. What you are saying is between the order table and customer table. I mean, are we going to make, if you are making a relationship between cookies type to any of these two, I want to make a relationship. No, this cookies type now has no relationship with any of this table. So which table am I to relate this cookies type with, and which field am I supposed to use? Thank you for that try. I'm really grateful. That is impressive.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Cookies type with order, the relationship is cost.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
The
Hello,
relationship
Hello,
is
sir.
cost between cookies
Unit-
type and others.
Unit sold.
Hello.
Cookies
Unit sold with
Unit
unit
sold,
sold.
exactly.
Unit
Unit sold with cookies too.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I think revenue
that's-
is also another relationship between them.
Yes, that's a kind of nice try from everybody, and I really appreciate that, and that shows that we are following. But do you know, as a data analyst, what you need to first understand is you need to understand your data. That is why many times we meet up with people that are giving us a gigs. Okay, this company wants you to analyze the data for them and bring a kind of insight. You need to meet with the people that owns that data to understand what is happening on this data. Directly on this data, firstly, we are making a relationship between cookies type and the order table, not the cost. What we are going to, the relationship we are going to make on this table is between cookie type and the order table, not the customers table. So which is what everybody actually got right. So we have to rearrange this for better understanding. Everybody got that right. Now, what feed are we using? The feed we'll be using for this is the cookie type, and the product. The cost, fine. The cost, a single product or a single customer may buy a goods from our shop that has the same cost. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Fine. If I'm buying a shoe from a shop now, or from a store now, different shoes or even a canvas and a sneaker or a canvas and a sandal may have the same cost. So that's why it's not a good practice for us here, based on this data, to use cost per cookies as our relationship. Now, type. You know, in most of the e-commerce or e-websites, for any of us that we are familiar with Jumia, AliExpress, Amazon, after we see a product, we have a category for that product. Maybe it's a male wear or a female wear, a male fashion or a female fashion product. Now, we now have subcategories or a type of exactly, maybe I want to order a shirt from Jumia now. I bought a shirt from Jumia. What kind of shirt am I buying from Jumia? So that actually is a unique characteristics of what I'm buying. Do we agree with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in this aspect, now relationship between this table, we have a relationship between customer and order now. So what do we do now? Cookies type, we have one to many relationship. One-to-many relationship with our order. So what do? We can do this in two ways. The first way we can do this is just to pick our cookie type here and drag it to the product here. And Power BI automatically view what kind of relationship is best suited. You know, even before I drag this, I said that it's going to be a one-to-many relationship. But for we that we are learning, that's why we advise Power BI. It's automatically, okay, what you are choosing and what you are dragging it to, what best suits, what relationship best suits this data. So when I click on this now, I can delete this relationship. So another way of doing that is come here, pick manage relationship. Once you pick manage relationship, you pick new. And even before you start picking new or anything, you can just do auto detect. Once you do auto detect, it's telling that it's found no new relationship. Why it's not finding any relationship is because what we are taking, which is the cookie type that we are taking, to the products, they have different name. That is when we talked about naming convention in my slide earlier, that we should save our data with a reasonable names. We talk about the kind of data type we should give to our data. So shape and clean, define relationship, we should make a reasonable names and common names that people can easily understand. That helps a lot. If we use a reasonable names and names that is being understandable in our database development, it helps a lot in when we are in our analysis. So the reason why it's telling me that no relationship found there is because the cookies type and the product has different name, whereas the customer ID in the customer table and the customer ID in the product table has the same name, which is customer ID. That's why it was able to detect that. So what we do now is to do that manually. We create new here. So select table and column that are related. So we want to make a relationship between cookies type and what are we using? Cookies type and what? And in our
Product.
order table. So cardinality is 1 to many. So this is where we specify what we want. Maybe we want it to be many to many, 1 to 1, 1 to many, and many to many. So, but for this kind of data, what we need is 1 to many relationship. Cross filter detection is just single between what? So you have to click on what and what. Cookie type table, we are clicking on cookie type, and here we are clicking on product. So we say okay, and we say close. So we can see that we have our relationship here, and here we have our relationship. So these are the two ways which we create a relationship between tables. And why do we need to create this relationship? When we start creating our visualization of data, we start picking data from this table to this table, we start relating all this data. You see why we have to create a relationship first. If we did not create a relationship, when you just pick data from a single table, why we are creating this relationship in a layman understanding is that if I'm picking these cookies column from this table. Hello?
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, go on, ma. Hello, ma. Hello? Can others hear me? Hey.
Make you a few the cookies.
I don't know if it's my network or a network. I can't see her. Can others hear me?
It's our network because I can hear you. I can hear you.
It's our network.
Okay.
It is our network.
Okay.
Madam, please, if you can type it in the chat, please.
Type the question is better so that you just see it there. Madam, type the question. Your network is not good.
So can we continue while she type a question and I will attend to that once I have the question?
Sir. Yes, sir. Let's continue.
Okay,
sir.
so save our time. Okay, so now in a layman understanding, why we define relationship is that this relationship, if I'm picking a column from this cookie type table and I'm picking another column from this other table to make an analysis, if there's no relationship between the two tables, my analysis or Power BI is going to throw error on my analysis and I might not be able to make it of such analysis or do the analysis at all. That's why we have to declare relationship first. And what we have been doing from the beginning of
I have a question.
class to this stage is what we call data modeling. Okay, Mark. Go on, man.
Sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was expecting the cookies type and the others. I was expecting
Madam, your network is poor. Please, if you are experiencing
okay,
poor
can we make it clear that everybody drop their question in the comment section. We have a pause and I will address all the questions before we continue. Can we all
Please,
drop our
madam.
question in the question? Can we all drop our question in the section?
You can go out and reconnect, madam. Your network is bad. You can just disconnect yourself and reconnect back, please.
Okay, so in for subsequent questions, can we drop it in the can we all drop our question in the meeting chat? So I'll have a break, I'll stop, I'll address all questions and we continue.
Yes, sir. We'll
Is that okay with us?
Please, that question, drop it. Yes, sir. Yes, that will be
Okay.
okay.
Yes, sir, that's okay with us, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So we've discussed why we have to make our relationship. Now we are now going back to our report view. So now we are in our report view and we all have our data there. We have our table cookies type, customer table, order table, and we have the field in the cookie type, customer per cookie, revenue per cookies, and units sold. Fine. What we have been discussing from the beginning of this session till now is data modeling. So we have our data already. We've modeled our data. We've made the relationship. We have we've made a relationship with our data, which is important to this class. So we are moving to measures. Measures. Data modeling is what we have been doing. Our data now is set for data analysis. Our data is now set for data analysis. But for the purpose of this class, we have to do data modeling with Power BI, which we have done now, and DAX. So if you want to use DAX, which is data analysis expression, we are going to be writing some measures. We are going to be writing some measures. So this is what we are moving on to now. So moving to the measures. Okay, let me check for any questions. No question here. So moving to our measures, we are going to pick each table one by one, and we'll see the kind of measure we can do on them. So we want to, on our table now, we have this order table. We have this order table. Going back to our table view, this is our order table. We have units sold. Maybe now we have our data from February 1, 2020 down, going on to as 2019, 2020 data. So most of the data on this table is 2019, 2020 data. Maybe now is at the end of the 2020 year now, and this company wants to make analysis of their data. They want to audit what total number of products we've sold out of this store. Irrespective of what kind of product it is, because for every store, when they bring in a new product or anything, the record is down. Okay, from the inception of this store to date, how many products have we sold? How many products have we sold? But on our data now, we have units sold for every day till the last day. Now, we want to know the total number of units sold. So we can easily do that by using a measure, using DAX, data analysis expression. It gives you, as an analyst, the liberty to express yourself, to do calculations, to do a lot of calculations from your data on your own. So what we do now is we go to the order table, we click on it. So you can see when I click on the order table, on the top of my Power BI, I have the name of the table that I click, name of your table, which is order, marked as date table, manage relationship, which is what I have showed us in our model view, new measures. Now, if you want to use DAX or you want to create measures, this is one way of doing it. I want to create measures on this table. Now, I can click on new measures here. I click on new measures, it's open a kind of editor for me here. and it's telling me measure equals to. So whatever thing that I want to name my measure, the primary purpose of we doing this measure is that I want to know the units sold, total units sold from inception of this store to date. So what I'll just name my total number of units sold. So you know what we are trying to do is to know the total inceptions today. So and by default, Power BI will give this as measure. So we will now rename it to total number of units sold. So we want to create a calculation or a measure for total number of units sold is equals to. So what do we do? If you want to calculate total number of anything, the primary functions that we use, because DAX or data analysis expression has several functions. So we call the sum function. Sum, you know, when I write only S, these are several functions that start with S. So square root, pi, SLN, start of month, start of year, these are all functions that we have. So we are making use of the sum function. So even when you don't remember the exact spelling or you don't remember the exact function you want to use, you can just try the beginning of whatever you remember. Because let me just give you a kind of example. For this, we are using sum. There is a kind of function which is distinct, select distinct or count distinct. And in SQL of those days, it is not distinct, it is unique. Select unique or pick unique. So if you're in that kind of situation, you can just use the first word and see. So I can see that for this now, I don't have unique. Yeah, so I know what I'm seeing. What I want to use is not that unique. So under distinct, you can see distinct count. Yeah. So the unique of Microsoft Excel of those days is what we have as distinct count under Power BI. So for this class, we are using sum of what? So the convention, or let me say syntax, in programming that we have syntax and semantics. Syntax means the convention in which you used to write, the rules you have to follow. So if you are writing measures, the first
is the format.
Yeah, the format. Yes. So the first format here is that you have to give a name to the measure you are creating, which is what I did earlier, total number of units sold. So what do you want to do on that total number of units sold? You put an operator here, which is the equals to sign. You call the function you want to make use of, which is the sum. Now you now have an open parenthesis. So if you're writing like primarily for yourself, but you know, once I write the sum, it's suggesting, do you want to use summarize? Do you want to use summarize column, summarize X? We talk about this sum X now in this class before we leave. So this sum now, once I have my my cursor on it, I click sum. You notice that it gives me an open parenthesis, a kind of open parenthesis. So after calling the function you want to use,
Hello, I can't hear again. Is it my network?
Cookies type the other table and inside the other table. So what you look for is that you can see cookie type. Now is picking cookie type under cookie type, cost per cookies under cookie type. So we will look for order. So and we are dealing with units sold under order. So you can basically pick the order, and after you pick the order, it will still suggest for you again what column under order do you want to pick. Let me just show that. Now I pick order. Is that telling me that after you pick order, what column under order, which is unit sold column, orders unit sold column, I pick it. And now after picking it, the only thing I need to do now is to close my parentheses. I do the closing now. So writing this in a very easy way is what I want to. I just show it like step by step now. But writing the very easy way, once I open my parentheses, I'll just look for other unit sold cookies. I'll click on it and I'll close my parentheses. That's all. So what I'm doing now is that I'm creating a measure. What you can use a measure for, you can create a measure and you can create a new column. But the main reason why we are creating a measure rather than creating a new column for all these things is that I'll show that when I get to, I'll just do that now. But let me just give you the reasons. This is because to save space and to save time and to save long computations of tables by Power BI. So when we create this now, when I mark this, I click on this commit. So once I click on this commit now, you see that here now under my order table, which I initially had only cost, customer ID, date, order ID, product revenue, and I have what I just create now, which is total number of units. Sir?
Where did you click, sir? I followed you up to the point.
You see this, the mark. You know, there is a mark that is showing cancel, and another one is mark. So you click on the mark.
Yes.
The name is commit. Once you click on it, on your right hand side, under that table, when you click, I click on the other table. When you click on the other table, you see that it will show you all the feed under it. You now see total number of units credits, total number of units sold under the list of feed that it will list now. Which is this? Can you see my cursor here?
Yes.
So we now have total number of units sold now. So now, in the past classes of Power BI, we have talked about data visualization. So I want to visualize now. I have it in my data now, total number of units sold, total number of cookies sold over the years. But I want to visualize it as an analysis for a layman or for my client to see or anybody to see. So we now come to the build visualization of data here. We have the card, the KPI. We have the card here. This is the card. We have the card. We have the KPI. We have the composition tree. After that, we have the slicer, and we have the metrics. We have metrics and table. So for the purpose of this class, I'll be making use of card. The main reason I'm making use of card is that I'll be doing measures of single stuffs so that we can just visualize what we are saying. So I click on card. My card is showing here. So I'll just click on, I'll bring this total number of, so you can just click on this here. I click on the box to mark the box. So once the box is marked, it's telling me that 1.13 M, which is 1 million plus, is the total number of units that we have sold over years. But the way it's showing it now, 1.13 M, you understand? 1.13 M. Some people may not understand. So what I will do is I'll click on it. Once I click on it, it's taking me to measure tools. So the format that my measure is being displayed is general format. So I'll just click on this format, the general. I'll click. Do I want to display it in currency or whole number or percentage or decimal number? So since it's 1.3, let me just 1.13. Let me show it in whole number, which is showing 1M. It neglects all the points at the back. So we have percentage. I can put the comma. Click on the comma, whole number. Change the number of decimal. So, but for this, I can just do decimal number. 1 point should be shown in whole number decimal.
Sorry, sir, I can't find the That the measure tools tab. It's not
Okay,
showing.
just click on the measure that we create. Did you click on the measure that we create?
The total number of units.
Yes, click on it.
Okay, I've clicked on it. Is the checkbox is checked already? I've clicked on the checkbox.
Now, after checking the checkbox, move your cursor from the checkbox. Just move it on the total number and click it.
Okay, the total number.
Yeah, and click it.
Like, sorry, sir. The total number is checked already. I've clicked on it already.
You click on it.
Okay, yes, I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, whole number is saying 1M. You can see that dynamic way of showing our data. So 1.13 million is the total number of units that have been sold out from inception to date. So the main reason why is now in this data now we are seeing 1.13 M. There is a way you can convert this back to a number, like you see the total number, but this last is not for data visualization, call out value. So let me just display units million. No. So now you can see now we now have the total number of we now have it in numbers, like in real 1,125,806 units has been sold out. So Power BI is very powerful that you can do a lot of things. You can see where I manipulate it from giving me 1.1 to 1.1 to 1.3 M to 1 M and others, and now you can see me bringing it out in a whole lot of 1 million figure. So that's that about this. Sorry, is a measure.
Sir, how did you achieve this all?
Even before I said it, even before I did it, I said this last is not for data visualization. But let me just do that so that for us that we are following, just click on your card. You understand? Clicking on your card. When you click on your card, under build visual, you see add data to your visual and you see format your visual. So you click on format your visual. So after clicking on format your visual, you see something like call out value. Click on call out value and now look for display unit. When you see display units down, click on display units and you pick none. Did you get that?
Yes, I've seen it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So that's that about that. So data modeling in Power BI, we've treated that. And using DAX for creating measures and data manipulation, we've done one measure now. So for the rest of this class, we'll be creating measures so that we get ourselves familiar with how measures have been created in column and in rows. So what I did now, if now is calculating, let's go back to our data.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you take it back again, the way you created measure, please?
It's getting interesting, sir.
Okay,
Very interesting.
Yeah, the syntax.
Syntax
is giving
I'll
me
do that.
error.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll take that again. So just checking something. So sorry, please. So can I delete? Okay, I'll delete this now, and I'll delete my measure, and we create new measure again, right? Is that what you want? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we do that now. So I drop this,
Yes.
and I drop my. Are you sure you want to do total number of units sold? Yeah. So what I did was, we have our data, our table here, which is order, customer, and cookies type. So I click on the order. Once you click on the order table, I showed us a way of creating a measure. Once you click on the order table or any table here, customer tables or cookies table or anything, once you click on it, at the top here, you will see the name of the table you clicked, mark as date table, manage relationship, which we have discussed, and new measure, which is what we want to do now. You now click on new measures. Another easier way to do that is you click on order. You now right click on order. Once you right click on order, you see select new measure. So you click on new measure. So once you click on new measure, you see a kind of editor. It's opened at the top. You can see a cursor blinking here. Please, the Mrs. that asked the question, please, can you give your name?
Yes, I'm following Joy.
Okay, Mrs. Joy, can you see the cursor?
Yes, I can see it. I'm following.
Okay, one sec, please. One sec, please. I'm feeling dehydrated, so. So we can proceed now. We have the cursor blinking. So I talk about the syntax of creating the measures. So one of the first convention or things you need to do when you are creating the measure is to give your measure a name. Power BI automatically or basically we say it's a measure. We give you that name measure. So what you have to do is to create your own name. Total number of units sold. Miss Joy, are you with me? Hello.
I'm following. I'm following you.
So total number of units sold. So what do we do? After giving it a name, we have the equals to sign, which is by default. We have to put it. When you put it there, what do you want to do? Total number of units sold. When we talk about total, everywhere is just a kind of summing stuff up, like adding everything together to know the total number. So we call on the sum function. Sum. So we look for the sum. Once you click on the sum here, Power BI automatically give you an open parenthesis, and if it's not giving you, you write it. And it's also giving you a int up in that column name. What column do you want to sum? So you can't just go straight to a column. You need to pass through the table first. So that's why what we are trying to sum, which is the unit sold, is under the order table. So you look for order table. You start scrolling till you get the order table. So this is the order table. This is when you want to do it one by one, but you can see this is the order table and this is the unit sold under the order table. You click on it. So when you click on it, you have sum, open parentheses, orders, square brackets, unit sold. You close the square brackets. Now you close your parentheses by yourself. Are you here now?
Yes, sir.
So once you do that, at the left hand side, before the commands or the DAX query that you wrote, you see one sign which is like a canceling sign, and another sign which is like a correct or a mark sign. Did you see that? Under structure, you see something like structure, formatting, property, and calculation. Under that structure, you see something like a cancel sign and a mark sign. Do you see my cursor? My cursor. Can we proceed?
Yes. Yes.
So you click on the commit.
Yes.
Once you click on the commit, and your commit is loaded, you see total number of under your
Hello. And the meeting automatically restarted now, or is it my network that is doing that? Please.
I'm experiencing the same thing.
I experienced the same thing also.
He's not here. He's not here.
So same here too.
Miss Joy, are you there?
I am there, sir. I'm there, sir,
Okay.
but I can't see your screen. I can't.
You will see the
no
thing
longer.
now. You see the lecturer screen, the coordinator screen.
It's the coordinator I'm seeing.
Can you see my
Okay.
screen now?
It's coming
Yes,
up.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So where I have issue is in that syntax. When you write unit sold with square bracket, then you close the outer bracket. What's the next thing to do there? I didn't get it. The network was bad.
Okay. I'm coming. Let me take that again. At least if it's only we are able to write a single measures, but we all get it. It's better for me than writing many and no one is getting. So new measures. So total number of units sold equals to sum in brackets. So units sold. Mrs. Joy, you get to this stage?
Yeah, that particular point. What's the next thing to do there?
So you close the parentheses.
Yes.
Once you close the parentheses, under this structure, you can see my cursor, right?
Yes. Okay.
Now click on this commit. Click on this commit.
Okay.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Fine. So under the commit, when you click on the commit,
yes,
under this now you see total number of units sold under your order at the right hand side under data.
Yes,
That
yes,
data, you see.
yes.
So once you see that, you move to the visualizations. You click on card.
Okay,
Once you click on
visualization.
card,
Mm.
yeah, click on card.
Hey, I can't see visualization in my own. I don't know.
You can't see it.
I can't see visualization after commit.
Can I stop sharing and you share your screen?
Okay, sir.
So how many minutes will it take you to share your screen? Let me just
In
stop
a few
sharing.
seconds,
Now,
I will be there.
okay, share your screen now. Let's see what you are seeing.
Okay.
I guess we are all on the same page, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I think trying to bring her up, other people should have. Now, you know what you do?
Can you see my screen now?
I can see your screen now. You can see something like view recovered file, right? Don't click it.
Yes.
Can you just view recovered file? Now there is a kind of cancel sign beside it. After that, there is another sign there.
This
Go
one?
to your right. No. Go to your right. View recovered file. Don't click it. You can
Okay,
see view
this one.
recovered file.
Yes.
Now the cancel sign, there's another sign at the extreme, like a kind
This
of
one.
arrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
To
click on that.
expand it.
Yes.
Click on that. The expansion. Yeah, exactly. Click on that.
Okay.
That's for data.
Okay.
Now for visualization, on that data now, right click at the top. Just go to that data where data is being written. When you have
Okay.
data written there, don't click. Just move your cursor away from that data now. A little bit. Just move it away, like to the right. I want you to right click that
Okay.
tab. We are right click. Right click. Let's see. No. Don't close it. Just right click there. The way you are now, just right click.
And right clicking is not coming up.
Okay. Your tab is hidden.
Okay, it's hanging.
Your visualization tab
It's
is
hanging.
hidden. So I want to see how you can make it visible. I'm coming.
Okay, just walk us through the steps. I'll write it down and do it later.
Okay. That's cool. So you can stop sharing now.
I'm having a similar challenge with her. Same thing.
Okay, let's just do that. Let's just do that once and for all.
Okay.
Coming.
Auntie.
I'm coming.
I am lost. So can I share my screen so that you don't know what I can do? What you can do for me?
I'm coming, sir. I'm trying to see how we can expand that.
Put up my mic.
Settings. There's a way to expand it. I'm coming.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
It's
ma.
only under the report view that we can see that visualization, not under the table. Check it. I just check my own now.
Is she under the table? Is she on that table?
Under
Yeah.
report view.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
not
you are
under
right.
the table.
Joy. Yeah, you are right. Joy.
How do you get it up to the table view?
Okay. Joy,
My own is
can
not
you hear me
coming.
now? Okay, thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Joy. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, but I get it now, me.
Thank you very much, sir. So I think madam solve our issues now. So can we get Joy to respond? Hello, Joy. Hello. I think maybe she's having network issues. So we have to continue. So are we all on the same page now? Hello. 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 Are we all on the same page?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so that means we can continue. A Mr. raised an observation that he wants to share his screen. Somebody want to share his screen earlier.
I think he said it has been resolved. Similar issue with Miss Joy.
Okay, that's cool. So we have to continue. I just want us to have a kind of experiential learning so that we all be on the same page. That we'll be on the same page. So we continue from here now. So we move to the. So let me just create my measures, and we create other measures over again. And so I'll just come here, click on this. Call out display units. None. So that's that about that. Now we are creating other measures now. In other measures we are creating is to count the total number of order, sold out. Units sold is what we have. Sometimes there may be an order and it will not be sold out. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? So we want to know the total number of order we've had in the past years. So what we do is we have a measure, we go to the order table again, we right click on it, click on new measure. So what we have to do is to rename it to what? Count of orders. We want to count, what we did earlier. Let me explain this. Let us get this right. Total number of commodities that we have sold out. In a single order, we may have 1,130 commodities in a single order. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So now, what we did earlier was total number of commodities we have sold out. Now, how many orders do we have? One order may have 1,000 commodities inside sold out or a unit sold. Two orders may have 5 commodities.
As the relationship with the customer, sir, as the relationship at the beginning is one to many, like customer to many others.
You agree now? So now we want to know how many orders have we gotten. Maybe, if not, like, let's say, how many orders have we gotten so that we can know how this our company or our company is getting order from people. So what we do now is we name this to now to what? Count of orders. This is just like a counting, not summing or anything. So count of orders, we have count of orders equals to count of orders equals to, which is normal format and convention we know. What do we do again? We want to use the count function. So what are we counting? We are counting by what? We are counting rows. Let me show you this from the table so that we get it right. Okay, let me cancel this. I want to show us this from the table. So what we did earlier is unit sold. We sum all this order ID, which is this
Hello, I can't hear you again.
I think he's been kicked out. He would have to rejoin.
Hello.
Hello, we are here. You can hear.
Thank you. So, that number of order now. We pick our card again. So, we pick our card again. After we pick our card, we check that number of order. It's telling us that we have 700 orders made so far.
Sorry, I'm not sure I'm seeing your screen. No.
Hello, can you see my screen?
We cannot see your screen.
Okay. Let me share. I think the meeting restart again.
We cannot see your screen.
Yeah, I think the meeting restart again. So let me just.
Madam Joy should stop sharing her screen. She has not stopped. So her own is just overlapping the facilitator's screen.
I guess she's out of this meeting. Count of orders. So can you see my screen? Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it now.
So total number of order we had is 700.
Yes, we can see.
So are we all on the same page?
No, sir. You can retake the count of order again, sir.
Okay. Number of orders, total number of order. Delete from model. So what we do is we click on order, we right click, new measures, total number of order, total number of orders equals to count rows, open parentheses, orders, close our parentheses, and we commit it. So are we on this page now? Are we here?
Yes.
So on that, we pick our card and we click on, we check the number of orders. So we have our 700. Are we here now?
Yes, sir.
So I think we have 10 minutes to the end of this class. And based on my training, I'm trying to train people on experiential learning, which we have done in this class. And now let me just show us why we make the relationship earlier. So now I'm picking, if I want to plot a graph.
I'm sorry to take us back because I'm having a challenge. Connecting this thing is like after creating the dashboard, how to connect it is, you have to be jumping from Zoom to Power BI. And then before I come back, I've not been able to create this 700.
Okay, share your screen. Let's see that together. Hello.
Hello, I'm with you.
Okay, I'll stop sharing now. So share your screen. Let's see that together.
Okay.
Number of units, count of order. So you have your count of order already. Fine.
Yes.
So just
yes.
check the box for the count of order.
This box.
No, under your orders. Under orders. Fine. No. Just go to
The
your right
box
hand
attached
side.
to the name.
No.
The box attached to the name.
Under data. No, you see data here.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
After filter, you have visualization and data.
Yes.
Do you see the data?
Yes.
Hello. Now you are
Yes,
there.
I can see
You are
it.
there. Scroll down. Now scroll down to the count of order. Under
Okay.
order, you see count of order. Now click on count of order.
Okay, I've done that.
Click on it. No, check this box. Check the box.
Okay.
So you are seeing an empty column, right? Okay, 701. Just showing 701 and missing columns, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6. That means though you've got the idea of how to create measures, you understand? But from the onset of this class, when we are loading our data, you miss a step.
Okay.
That was why you're having all this column, and I think that's why you're having 701.
Okay.
So you understand what I'm saying right now?
Yes, I get.
So,
I
but
get
at
the
least you got the measures, the dark part of this class right. Thank you very much,
Okay.
sir. Thank you very much, sir. I'm
Thank
really
you.
impressed. Thank you. So you can
Thank
stop
you.
sharing now. So the main reason why, let me just show us why I have to make such relationship that I made earlier. For example, now I pick a let me just say cluster column charts. Now I just want to plot.
Share screen, sir.
Okay, sorry. Share now. Share screen. Windows. Share. You can all see my screen, right?
Yes.
Now, after creating all this, whatever we created earlier, number of order, total number of units sold. Now, for each customers now, total number of order now is 700. But we want to know what customer, what number of order is being placed by certain customers. You understand what I'm saying? So we can have a table. For example, we have a table. After having a table, and I click on this customer, I click on the customer ID. All our customers, we have 5 customers with their IDs. Okay, let's put a customer name too. You can see the way I'm doing this. Hello. So this is the customer ID.
And hello, sir. Let's take it. Let's start back, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let me delete this. I pick a table from here. After picking the table, and I enter my customers table here. After going into my customer table, I expand my customer table. After expanding it, I pick customers ID, which is the unique ID for each customer. For better understanding of what I'm plotting or what I'm visualizing, I pick the customer's name. So we know each customer now. We have Tres Delicious, ABC Groceries. These are our customers. So I want to know total number of order, or what we have sold, total number of goods we have sold for each customer, or I want to know total number of order made by each customer. From my order, total number of order, I know the total number of order made by this company, made to this company now. When I click on this now, It's now showing me that from the total number of 700 order made to my company or to the company of this data, 700 is the total. Tres Grocery made only 92 order. ABC Grocery made 132. ACME Bytes made 206, which is now from here. Now the insights we can generate from this analysis or this visualization is that ACME Bytes made the highest order to our company. Are we following?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
For the fact that
sorry,
now,
sir.
for the
The
fact now,
total number of orders showing in that table. I don't know the. Can you take it again? I can see I have the customer ID, the name, but the total number of order attaching to
yeah,
them.
the total number of order, you now go under the order table. You expand the order table and you pick the total number of order that you created with your measure earlier. Did you get me?
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
So you now check the box too.
Yes, sir. It's
so
working now,
this
right?
is why this total number of order that we are using now is not part of what we have in our data when our data was coming from onset of our data. Do we all agree?
Yes,
Yes, of course.
So this is just, I'm just trying to let us understand the importance of how we must know, like the importance of knowing how to create a measures. So this was not part of our data that we got earlier. Now we create this from the data. We extract this from the data. So this is the importance of and the significance of knowing how to write measures using DAX. So now from here we can derive an insight that ACME Byte has the greater order in our company. Now, for the fact that they have the greater order doesn't mean that they are the ones that we sold most of our products to. Sometimes we may make an order for a goods and you may not even like adding an order to a cart and you not cash it out. You understand? So now we want to know, okay, ACME has the highest order. Now, which company or which store do we actually sold to most? That's when we now come back here. We create a table again. This is a table or a matrix. I'm creating a matrix, not a table. So we create a table again. We can drag it up so that we can see. I'll pick my customer ID again. I'll pick my customer name. If I want, I may only hello.
Go ahead.
So after picking my customer name, I'll now go and pick the total number of units so that I had earlier. I'll add it to it. So this is now telling me that we've sold about 126,000 goods to Tres Delicious. ABC Groceries bought around 221,000. ACME bought around 329,000. And Wholesale Food bought around 266 and all. So from here again, we've derived an insight that ACME Bytes. You go under visualization, and you click on table. You look for table here. This is table here. You click on it, it shows, and you now check. You check columns for the data that you want in the table, which is customer ID, name, and you go into under the order to check total number of units sold. So from this analysis now, we'll be able to derive an insight that ACME Bytes, they are customers that we should not play with. Do you all agree with me?
Yes.
So
Sir.
how do we get here now? So how do we get here now? We got here from the measures, that we created using DAX, data analysis expression. So thank you very much. This is going to be the end of
one quick question. Sorry. Can we also sort
sir,
according to ascending order or descending order like we do in Excel?
You can do all that. Easily. What you can do easily is you can see my cursor now. You can see my cursor.
Yes.
You can see this small arrow. this small arrow here, just click on it.
Yes.
Yes, it's sorted now. Thank you.
Wow.
It's
Thank you
sorted.
very
So
much.
that's how you can manipulate and go with Power BI. Thank you very much for listening. I'm very grateful and I really appreciate our audience following this class. And at least we've gained one or the other. Thank you very much. I still remain my humble self, Lawal Habibullah. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for the
sir.
beautiful presentation, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Fantastic and fantabulous.
The class don't end so.
Now, so you don't do. You want to tell us today here now? If you want to tell us something, I see the.
I will.
Abasi, are you there?
I feel you. Recap, please.
Is that let her go first too? I'm not in the right frame of mind. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Yeah, bye. Expect to ask
Really
something
got
to
it.
say
Thank you.
if you want me to remain on the call. All right, sir.
Good night.
Give me my phone. Let me call this in. Give me. Ranu. My phone. She's not picking any phone.